fine.
All right, and he's gonna be helping us out with the kind of just into looks for items, strategies, and stuff like that for Dominion. Because for me, or Trover and I, this is technically our second time casting Dominion, so it's gonna be really, really helpful to have that extra advice slash the extra look into the actual synergies of what Dominion is.
Yep,
so it's cool having you, Toodles. Yeah, Trevor, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's cool. Yeah, definitely thanks for joining us, Toodles, or else we would be so lost in certain matches. I'm sure we'll see something and have no idea why that was done or such, so it'll be good to have you here. Kind of help keep us on track and also, help us learn Dominion more, so the more chances we get to come by here, we'll be more knowledgeable every time. We do see all the bans have been done already. We see Wukong, Pantheon, and Darius being banned out by Endless Gaming, who's on the blue side, and then Purple Team, which is Feel the Vibe, they banned out Castanet, Urgot, and Yorick. I have yet to be able to see Urgot actually being played in a higher tier Dominion game. I've seen actually all the other ones, I think 2 weeks ago when I cast for Dominate Dominion. And especially, that was when Darius was just released, and there was just a lot of talk about you need to ban Darius, you need to ban Darius. He just brings too much to the table, especially the burst he can bring out in kind of an AoE format, and also his ultimate in such tight spaces. He's going to be able to rack up a lot of kills. Some picks already coming out. Amumu, Malphite, Tryndamere on Endless Gaming, and the Warwick and Jack so far on Feel the Vibe.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen Tryndamere and Dominion like forever. And I remember when Dominion was actually first released, and Tryndamere was just like insta pick because of just how good he is, and just going all around and still not dying for the whole time. So that's a really interesting pick to pick up Tryndamere. Is he actually played too much more Toodles, or is it was just like a season 1 thing, and now it's not even in fashion anymore?
Yeah, it's funny you say he was popular earlier in the I guess the meta of Dominion. Recently, it's just he's a really weak melee character to bring. He's got just the dash he's got going for him. He's got just auto attack damage. It's more centered around the melee caster.
Right.
Although there's auto attack champions that are strong Dominion, Tryndamere is not. He's not a strong pick, but then again, you always see someone playing well.
Yeah, I was going to say, based on what I've seen, I wasn't quite sure how he'd work out. I mean, of course, in any of the maps on League of Legends, a lot of people like him just because of what he can do with that Undying Rage on his ultimate. But we'll see how that really works out. We do see Ezreal and Alistar being picked up by Feel the Vibe, and I saw Ezreal being played in quite a few matches actually 2 weeks ago, and I mean, it seemed to be with mixed results. He is squishy, but at the same time, he's so mobile. He has that global ultimate for global disrupts, or even if there is a full-on team fight going on, he can help from any point in the map. Just has a lot to offer, of course, with Arcane Shift, and then if an Ezreal takes Flash on top of that, that's a lot of mobility across all of the walls on the Dominion map on the Crystal Scar.
Yep, definitely indeed. And then we are going to be picking up the last two for ELG. ELG going to be showing up a Nautilus and a Graves. Graves getting locked in, and Nautilus going to get shown up. So for the team of ELG, we have Amumu, Malphite, Tryndamere, Nautilus, and Graves. What do you think that team comes in and do, Toodles, with Dominion per se, and who's going to be the bottom protector for that team?
This isn't really a traditional pick for a team, but it's not a bad one. Personally, I think Graves is going to be going bottom out of that lineup. I see their team is centered around a lot of AoE CC, which is good. It's a strong pick, I'd say. It's a nice team.
Yeah, I mean, Amumu and then Malphite, of course, both of their ultimates have an AoE stun, or for Malphite it's a knockup, but it's an AoE hard crowd control. Also can do a decent amount of damage depending on how they build. Of course, Nautilus in any map.
As well as Nautilus, yeah.
Control, yeah. So, yeah, as you mentioned, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. And yeah, I guess after you pointed it out, it looks like Graves would be the best pick for going bot lane, but again, I haven't really seen him being active in specifically a Dominion role. Of course, overall he's pretty much a strong champion just because of what he has to offer in kit. His stats are pretty good, but we'll see how that works out for them. The last pick for FTV will be Maokai. Again, also Maokai has a lot to offer too. Has quite a bit of crowd control. That ultimate, especially in a team fight, in these close quarters, especially if they're maybe going for or trying to defend a tower rather, as it doesn't mitigate tower damage, but if they're defending a tower, can put that AoE ult down and deny most of the other enemies' damage, as it is a lot of AoE.
Yeah, definitely indeed. And we do go to the light now. I think we can take out the summoner blockers and take off. Yeah, so possibly we might be seeing a Warwick bottom or a Alistar bottom, just because they do have Garrison. But then again, the Garrison could be used really offensively, and we could see possibly take your pill with Maokai at bottom as well. I mean, it all really depends, but that bottom lane is actually pretty really focused to kind of get the foundation to actually make this go running a little bit. Do you agree that it might be like Maokai probably at bottom lane, Toodle?
I think so, yeah. It could be a throw between Jax and Maokai. Take Your Pill is actually an excellent Maokai player. I'd say that's his #1 champion. He consistently does well, so it's going to be interesting to see where he goes.
Yeah, definitely indeed. But I mean, other than that, like what Trevor was saying, the whole mobility at top or from Ezreal and even Jax as well with that leap strike to wherever he needs to is very disruptive. So I wouldn't be surprised that those two are going to be rushing up to take other points as well. While they do have these kind of bruiser, tanky people that can actually disrupt and kind of just hold off and defend. So it's going to be really fun to see from Feel the Vibe and Endless Gaming. We said again that top AoE comp. I mean, it's really interesting to see, and hopefully it can work out for their first time, which will be really, really cool.
Yeah, I mean, they are kind of a new team around here, and I mean, they all took Ghost, which, I mean, I see it a lot in, of course, public Dominion games, but I haven't really, just because a lot of times it's kind of mitigated by what Revive has to offer if you put in that mastery point. Yeah, so I haven't seen a lot of people double up on it, and then that in return has not allowed them to take any other kind of offensive skills. They don't have, exhaust or ignites. They have that one exhaust on Nautilus, and it's exhaust. It offers a slow, which they have a lot of CC, but at the same time it also offers, depending on how you mastery and such, it can offer the armor reduction. It offers damage reduction. So that's they can bring a lot more utility than simply just minimal crowd control, and we see that both on Ezreal and Jax for FTV, and then there's the Ignite on Maokai, and all players on FTV opting to take Revive, while on ELG we have Nautilus and Graves actually not running Revive, and we'll see if that's going to be kind of a disadvantage for them when the game starts rolling and they need to be just really, really quick responses once a point gets taken, or if they lose a team fight, they need to just get back up with Revive and go back and disrupt that cap. And we'll see if that's really going to come into play, or if ELG can kind of play around that and not really have to risk their lives and have to kind of count on Revive to counter the opponent's Revive.
Yeah, definitely indeed, and we're going to be going into this game again, guys. This is the Dominate Dominion Tournament number 8. And this would be Chobra LOL doing the awesome castings, and with the little person that's L3OD. I mean, I'm just here, just gonna chill out and stuff like that. But you can go check us up on Twitter at Chobra LOL and at L3OD. But do check out Dominate Dominion. The website is dominatedominion.com, but also check out the Twitter webs at DominateDom to help out and support this awesome game type.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of got taken out of the spotlight a little bit after its release, but I think it's mostly just people didn't really commit a lot of time into figuring it out, into really nurturing it, and it's really good to see this group, Dominate Dominion, really kind of helping that out. It's not just the tournament. Of course, they have that chat room in client where people are always discussing theory crafting, helping each other out, learn if there are new Dominion players who just kind of want to get into the gameplay and really learn the strategies of it. So it's really good to see this. Of course, props to Feedski for having the tournament going every week, and we are now in the game.
Yeah, definitely indeed, and this is just the build up again really quickly. Going on the blue side, it is going to be ELG, which is Endless Gaming, really quickly, which is Rico with the roles. Peel's going to be on a Mumu. Volky going to be on Malphite. On top is going to be playing the Tryndamere. Super Kalino going to be playing the Nautilus, and lastly but not leastly, Deasley, the Graves player, going to be playing that Graves. You want to go over and talk about Feel the Vibe really quickly?
Yep, Feel the Vibe, or FTV here on the purple side. We have Take Your Pill on Maokai. Alistar on, or Alistar being played by Armor. Well, A12, ML12 being read as Armor, and then let's see, it's gonna be Buddha playing Jax, Tailipet on Warwick, and last but not least, Spawn Legacy on Ezreal.
Yeah, definitely indeed, and we're about to be starting this up. It looks like Take Your Pill, and it is going to be Graves at bottom lane, so we're going to be seeing this matchup again. This is really interesting, like I said, like you guys said, sorry. Revive, definitely a thing that is really needed for Dominion, because you have to fight a Revive with another Revive. We're going to see if Beasley can still outplay at bottom and not, lose out without having that Revive.
Yep, and the battle has begun as the announcer has mentioned. Both teams are running out. Maokai and Graves going to bot lane. As we mentioned already, Malphite's going to be taking this middle point here for blue team, while Jax goes in and takes it for the purple team. The rest of the team is going to move on ahead. Tryndamere in the lead for blue team, but Ezreal, Warwick, and Alistar are all already up here in the top, and this is going to start the first kind of skirmish here. It usually tends to just be a kind of a poke war, but Peels actually runs in with the bandage toss, gets completely isolated from any of his teammates, is going to get taken out for first blood by Alistar, and Jax now jumping into the fray. They're putting in a lot of damage onto Tryndamere. A double kill goes down to Alistar.
And Amumu is going to use his Rev to get back up. We're going to see Tryndamere using his Revive and his Ghost to pop it and go all the way up. And see if they can come right back. But again, Purple Team / Field Revive just taking that early advantage at top lane, or top tower. They're going to be able to take this windmill and be able to just secure this and defend this for a little while.
Yeah, we see Nautilus actually jumping in with that dredge line, but again, just the entire enemy team is reacting as one unit, and as soon as the dredge line came out, they all jumped on top of the enemy. They take down yet another kill onto Tryndamere, and now Nautilus is running pretty low. Are they going to continue chasing, or are they just going to be content with how much they kept the enemy zone? It looks like they're going to back off now, especially as Nautilus goes and gets that health relic. But this is kind of this may just be a result of ELG not really being accustomed to this top play. We see Amumu looking for a possible backdoor, but Ezreal's in the area. Ezreal knows that he doesn't need to go to the top tower right now. Top tower is fairly safe, and Amumu's actually going to show up at the middle tower. Ezreal backs off, baits him out, and now comes in with the damage. Bandage toss comes out, but Ezreal can just walk back to the tower and start aggroing the tower damage onto Amumu. Amumu is aware, and the Warwick passive actually comes out, so Amumu knows he needs to run right now. Warwick is going to try to catch up with that speed buff.
Yeah, definitely, and we're going to see him go right, actually back to, you're going to go see Peels. Peels is going to get tapped. Going to have the bandage toss on there, but we're going to see if he's going to keep on chasing. But the top lane, still Alistar going to get Nautilus, and Alistar is going to try to get away using that Unbreakable Wall. We're going to see, actually, Blizzard Rice come right back in with that Counter-Strike, and ELG on top, going to get Infinite Arrest and DK'd up.
Oh man, so close for ELG. They did what they could, and they brought down Armor, but in the end, he actually ended up surviving. Meanwhile, bot lane Amumu showed up. I don't think he went back to base before showing up, and so Maokai was able to pick up that kill. Now neutralize this point, is going to be able to cap it fairly easily, and actually advances right into Graves. Puts out a lot of damage, but the Ezreal ult is going to miss, and Graves is going to be able to go back to base and heal.
To those really closely, what do you think of Tryndamere starting up going to top first instead of maybe Graves, because everything before level 6 for Tryndamere is not that great, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. When Tryndamere's on your team before level 6, he's extremely useless. No, I shouldn't say useless, but he can't carry his weight exactly like a lot of champions in minion can. Personally, if I was on the team, I suggest you go bottom until level 6 at least. And he's also an AD carry, so getting farmed is essential for him to even have an impactful gameplay.
Yeah, definitely indeed. We do see Super Kalina actually switching to rotate at bottom, but it's getting pretty much picked apart again as well on Take Your Pill, and we're going to see the top siege up yet again, but it is a lot of damage coming from onto Amumu, and we're going to be taken down, and we're going to see Buddha Resby trying to go onto on top, he's going to try to get on there, but he's going to get Infinite Duress down, and Ezreal just going to have free reign to go poke around. Alistar going to need to take out Graves, and we're going to see UGL up top, going to use that ultimate, but not going to be able to take the kill. With Spawn Legacy just going behind and saying, I'll just take the free damage and kill both of you, no problem.
Meanwhile, bot lane, Maokai continuing to just have pretty much 100% control. Actually jumps in, takes a little bit of laser damage from the fountain, but gets the kill. Can he get out though? He got the ultimate off of Amumu, so there isn't much other CC coming out. Actually, he puts down his own ultimate, putting out a lot of damage and picks up a double kill, surviving with only 48 health. Really good job coming out from Take Your Pill on Maokai for Team FTV.
Excellent Maokai player.
Yeah, definitely indeed. I mean, he is take your pills is actually one of the good, really great Dominion players really right now. Armor coming in onto Volky right now on top lane, and we're going to see if they're going to be taking it down, but nothing really too happening from there. Fun Legacy just going to use the health relic to kind of go back, and then Talipad going to blue pill it back, going to go revive and get some more health. And blue team's going to actually get back to that little 2 point right here and get the quarry back, but I mean, it's looking pretty grim. I mean, what would you suggest, if anything, Toodles to actually get Endless Gaming back into this?
What they need to do right now is regroup and wait for their team on spawns. The only thing they can do right now is push the team slowly through the jungle, or trying to push and trying to backcrap. They just keep trying to go top, and it's not effective. The other team sees what they're doing, so it's easy to counter.
Tryndamere is going to get picked off next to. It looks like maybe he was in fact going for that back cap, but gets caught by both Warwick and Alistar, gets taken out. Peels did come over and pick off Ezreal, but Ezreal has already spawned. I think Ezreal used his revive just now. Yep, used it, and now actually going to gear towards chasing down Peels on Amumu. Peels is sitting in that brush. Do they know the banish toss actually misses? So Ezreal does find him. Peels has that storm shield, but is it going to be enough? Alistar also showing up now. Warwick coming to the rescue. That's just a bad 1v3 to be in. Maokai was also in the area. Actually picks off Nautilus this time with that crowd control. There's a lot of damage coming out from Ezreal. The Ignite from Maokai is going to pick up that kill. Maokai now on a rampage. Tryndamere coming. You know, this is what Toodles was saying. ELG just keeps kind of getting caught one by one, and they're not able to take the time, have the patience to wait for their entire team to spawn to move as a group. Tryndamere now in a lot of trouble, getting surrounded by 3 people. They're going to start taking turns, chipping away at this tower. Alistar immediately goes in with the headbutt towards the wall, and then the twisted advance from Maokai. Tryndamere tries to come in and stop the cap, but the minions have now reached this point. A movement comes in, but a little too late. Tryndamere has already been taken down. The True Shot Barrage takes out a lot of health from Nautilus. Nautilus running very low. The Infinite Duress comes out from Warwick. Despite his exhaust, they're going to do a lot of damage. Warwick picks up the double kill, and Ezreal's going to pick up the kill onto Amumu, picking up the quarry cap point once again. That did leave the top cap open though, so we see Desi and Volky now going at it in the top tower.
Yeah, I mean, Jax did pick up a kill onto Desley really early, but they're going to be responding by taking the cap over by top left, and we're going to see Philibite actually takes this down pretty low. I mean, it might be at least enough to neutralize it, so that's going to be points to be taken away, and Bit of Rest and Telepat are going to be backing away.
They did get the neutralize, and actually a lot of just burst damage. This Jax is just so strong right now. Peels gets burst down immediately. Warwick now coming to help, but Nautilus has shown up. Being played by Super Kalino, and the unstoppable force from Malphite. They do have quite a bit of AoE burst damage, but can they keep up with the damage, sustained damage of Warwick and Jax? Jax getting taken down very low right now. This is just a full-on fight. The counter strike actually blocks a lot of damage, gives him enough time to pick up that kill onto Nautilus, but Malphite gets the shutdown goal, and now Ezreal has shown up to help finish off this kill onto Malphite. Malphite is forced to run, but they say no way. We're going to pick up that kill and pick up this point.
And it looks like Alistar won his battle over at top with the Graves, and going to be picking up the windmill as well. So this could be a 5 cap really early for the game for Feel the Vibe.
They do have a brief 5 cap there, but Maokai in the end was taken down by Tryndamere, but Tryndamere gets picked off by that True Shot Barrage coming straight down the lane up from the middle tower here on the blue side. That's going to stop the cap and get the kill, but Nautilus has shown up in time to try to finish off, capping his after the neutralize. Ezreal meanwhile 1v2ing the enemy team, but does get finished off by Graves.
Yeah, it looks like Jax is going to try to come in and assassinate Deasley. Deasley going to come in, going to try to get the counter strike. Great job by Leaf striking in, and Peels going to block. Okay, going to try to get down on Bitter Rest. Using the Children of the Grave too. I mean, the Curse of Sad Money they actually get into Bitter Rest, and definitely Death Charge as well. Infinite Duress going back right back on Peels. Peels going to be picked off really quickly by Telepat. Telepat trying to get it on Super Kalina, but it is going to be Bitter Rest counter striking. And probably going to try to get out, but going to get Red Light, and going to try to do some interesting jukes, but not going to get it out of there. Improbable. And Telepath just, just delaying all this right now, so that the team of Endless Gaming can pretty much just get out of there and not get that cap, which is actually probably going to take the game for them. So great job, I feel the vibe, just delaying that timing right there.
Yeah, I mean, Warwick knew what was up. They didn't need to continue to 5-cap the entire rest of the match. They were so far ahead, they just needed to stall some of the other caps closer to the blue team spawn point, and that will be game. Wow, FTV single-handedly winning 439-0 in terms of Nexus of energy, and victory goes to Feel the Vibe.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
That landslide victory was an example of how these are experienced Dominion players compared to new Dominion players.
I mean,
Training is needed.
build order-wise, I do see a Kitte's Blade, a Blood Razor. I mean, is that a good thing that be built on?
Definitely not, actually. I didn't even take a look at their builds because I couldn't. I'm not in spectate mode. But Graves, I don't know what that build is. Basically, you want to go, when you're playing a carry, you want to optimize your damage. Going that build won't optimize your damage. I won't go further into it. Let's see. Tryndamere, not so bad of a build. Amumu, like AP Amumu, it's you know.
It's okay.
You can tell they're just a newer team.
Definitely. Well, you know, Feel the Vibe, just going straight usual tanky. I see that Hextech Sweeper is actually used up a lot for the support / Alistar, who we did build up the Hextech Sweeper. Really used well for just, you know, clearing out possibility routes. So really cool to see that again. But other than that, yeah, pretty standard actually for damage items for Feel the Vibe. Is that correct?
Yep, all their builds I would definitely agree with. Hextech Sweeper, extremely strong item because of the lack of detection.